I fully realize that some of you feel overwhelmed by what we've been doing. You've had to build a website, start doing quests, learn Illustrator, Finder preferences, Illustrator preferences, shortcuts, learning how to name files. I understand. And like everything in the Mac Lab, I'm flexible. So I'm going to relax that week 4 newbies are on the same page as the veterans and back that up to about week 6 so that you have more time to acclimate yourself to the classroom. And I want you to understand that your portfolio is a big deal. This is something that can help you in the real world. And that your profile, well, this is a big deal just in the fact that it helps me. Believe me, it helps me incredibly when you do that. The Start Workspace, there's a couple glitches there. For some of you, we roll with it. The Finder preferences are pretty straightforward and easy. The early bird and the bell to bell. Relax. You're going to get this. It's not important that you understand this immediately right now, even though I wish you would. Give it another week or two. And as far as all sales are final, just don't buy anything from the store. Don't click anything unless you're sure. And I don't mean click it as in this. I mean click it as in this. I'm going to buy it. Hey, I just bought this at 8 o'clock at night. That's not when this happens. This happens in the classroom before the bell. Okay? Read these things. All right, so today I'm going to let you catch up with this, those of you who still need it, and the rest of you, if you've done this, excuse me, I want you to pick up where you left off last week in the pod. Now, anyone who's behind and hasn't done these, the first things first, you need to take care of that. Go ahead, get these things done. Your digital portfolio is important. It's not critical at this point, unless you're a veteran. I expect you to know what you're doing. But everyone else, I give you some time. I just want to see you apply yourself in the classroom. Policies and expectations, I don't know if you've looked, but there's more quests here. If you need more explanations, I'm not saying do this right now. But if you're curious, you don't have to go in order. If you just want to know what the heck is the tardy policy, how does that work? Well, click on it. Okay, so Illustrator. Some of you have worked through this. Some of you have just begun. Make sure that you've taken care of first things first before you get into Illustrator. And then some of you, whoops, that's Illustrator and Photoshop. So the Illustrator quests, make sure that you've done those first things first, and then, yeah, you're learning typography. You're learning typography. You're gathering resources, and I still have people saying, hey, it says don't go to stage 4 yet. That's because you haven't been gathering resources. I wanted to see what you did. Leave this on stage 3, and we'll come back to it. Designing your own logo. Now, this is fun, but it's not required immediately. We have a client, real-world project. You have to know typography before you move into the Julius Caesar poster. And let me just give you a preview here. Okay, we've got a deadline from theater. So it's in September. It's 3 weeks from now. Relax. And I haven't put the design brief in. I'll try to get this to you tomorrow morning. But meanwhile, you can go ahead and click through because here is an intro to Photoshop. An intro that goes on for a while. So there are lots and lots of videos here which walk you through learning how to use Photoshop. So we'll be in Photoshop and Illustrator. We have Banned Books Week. We have the Fall Concert. We have lots of projects, a lot of fun stuff coming with Illustrator and Photoshop. I just want you to have a feel for how we run the day-to-day operation, and then you can move on into these other projects and start learning Illustrator and Photoshop. We'll talk more about this, but right now today I want you to take a breath and say, I can do this. I can do it. Back up, take it slow, and have some fun. This class is supposed to be fun. Okay? But follow instructions. Read the directions. Watch the videos. Pay attention to what's being said. And when you're playing them, if you're out here and you didn't understand something, back it up. Back it up. Hey, I want to see what's happening here. What did he say? Back it up. That's okay. All right, you guys, have some fun today and relax. You can do this.